Okay, so is this the ice level or the dessert-themed level? Okay, I think I know now.
I'm Frostman.
I'm Frostman.
Frostman here is voiced by Jack Evans, who, if you'll remember from the previous episode, also voices Dr. Light and Otto. He's the only voice actor as far as I know to triple up, though. I'm not sure Otto really has enough lines to really count. I don't know, who did Rush's noises? If Jack Evans also did this, I'll say he played 3 characters. So, Frostman's stage is pretty infamous, but not for this first part. This first part I'm going to blow through with Tornado Hold, which is a very good weapon. Tornado Hold helps you get some vertical height when you jump over it, making it very useful for platforming, just like the Thunderclaw. However, it's also just a multi-hit attack, so unless the enemy moves very fast and very far in a few seconds, Tornado Hold just shreds everything. Speaking of shredding, let's shred down this ice slow. So yeah, you probably know about this segment. You'll see why in a moment. So yes, this is Jump Jump Slide Slide. If you know it only by name, yes, this is where we have to deal with Jump Jump Slide Slide. So the snowboarding section. Well, clearly, they had to add some sort of visual and audio tell that were very obvious in order to make these sections possible to play for normal people. Anybody who isn't just completely perfect in their reaction time, these signs are for you. And me. I'm also one of those people who's not completely perfect. This section isn't so bad, but there are 2 snowboarding sections in this stage, or iceboarding, I guess, and already this one's getting pretty fast and hard to deal with. Even with the obvious tells, I wouldn't quite say I got motion sick from this, but boy, it stops being fun to look at after a while. Especially when you mess up a lot, which I did because that segment can get pretty hard. I don't like having to play that one. It's not great. And again, even with the tells, you kind of need really good reaction time in order to get through that unscathed. I have to be less scathed than most normal people, so if you're not doing a no-hit run, that section's still pain, just not as much of one. So anyway, at this point, we are going through basically just a sliding block platforming section, I guess I'd describe this as. Of course, I can just absolutely decimate these whales, but sometimes you don't want to, because they drop ice blocks. Penguins are apparently invincible when they slide, good to know. These machines can push ice blocks, and we're actually going to need that function in order to get that bolt, which I will attempt to get in a moment after I stop being pushed around. Obviously, coming into contact with ice blocks isn't going to hurt you, but if you get crushed into a wall by them, you will take damage. And of course, if the ice hatches into a penguin, well, that penguin's gonna hurt ya. So yeah, not too complex, you just have to have good timing, especially for that last one, so you can ride the ice block without it despawning. God, that was so close. Oh yeah, and since I keep not mentioning the backgrounds during the level, while I fuck up this attack here and not kill a whale, I would like to just point out the background. I'm gonna have to figure out which background in the game is my favorite, just throughout this LP. However, I feel like by default I want to say this background is my favorite because it is just this gorgeous city in, like, a winter night, or I guess it's an ice boss, so maybe this is just artificial cold created by the boss. I don't know. Either way, there's a light snowfall over the city, and it is just wonderful. Heck, even in the interior section, we just get a really good shot of the moon. Like, that's just cool. No, that wasn't a cold pun. At least not an intentional one. and honestly, it's such a low-hanging fruit that it's buried at this point, so I'm not going to count it. That being said, we are at the other ice sporting segment. Oh boy, time for more of this! Oh, I do not like these. I do not like having to deal with guys that drop bombs on you. I don't like dealing with the speed, and like I said, even with the obvious visual and audio tells of jump, jump, slide, slide, this is just damn near nauseating, and it's basically trial and error. Like, God, I had to attempt this so many times, because it is just a pain to get through this section. And it's a shame that this level can be difficult to play, because this boss right here is actually pretty easy. Though, he did make statues of Mega Man, that's nice! Thank you, Frostman! Oh, you were just doing that to be intimidating, okay. Anyway, Frostman might be big, however, he gives you plenty of time to get under him while he jumps. His attacks are slow and very obvious and easy to dodge. Honestly, if you're a first-timer, I feel like you could get the gist of this battle in no time at all. This one is not tough, and if it weren't for the fact that this level is A, non-standard, and B, really difficult to play, I would suggest it as your first stage if this is the first time you're playing Mega Man 8, because Frostman is that easy. He is a good starter boss, but the stage... oh, the stage is not friendly to anyone, and that's a crying shame. Oh well, that's it for Frostman. He was very easy, so let's pick up this weird orb and leave. I should mention, that so far the Thunderclaw is absolutely the most efficient weapon, as you might have been able to tell that the Ice Wave doesn't have a lot of energy. Neither does Tornado Hold, but it's very strong, so don't take the lack of efficiency as a deal breaker. That's a good weapon. Now, is the Frost Wave a good weapon? We'll have to find out next time. But in the time being, there is one more thing I'd like to do. I got a lot of bolts in this stage, so let's go spend them. It should be obvious what I'm going to buy. You know it, you love it, or at the very least, I love it. A lot of these are expensive. Energy Balancer is 5 volts. As always, Energy Balancer is 100% worth it. I'm going with this. Very helpful. Though, I guess to be fair, if you're not spending as much time on basic Mega Man, maybe that limits its use a little bit. Ah well, too late for regrets now. I've already played the entire game. Alright, so, we're done defrosting. Guess next time on Mega Man 8, we take on the final Robot Master of this half of the game. We all know there's gonna be more.